I'm Andrea Seuss from Andrea Seuss Yoga Studio. Downward Dog is a popular yoga pose, and today we'll be learning some tips about how to come to Downward Dog while maintaining the length of your spine, strengthening your arms, lengthening through your legs, and finding freedom for your breath to move. We'll start Downward Dog in table pose. And your hands are down underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hip joints. We're finding a neutral position through the spine, meaning that there's a little curve at the back of the waist and a little curve at the back of the neck. I'm going to tuck my toes under here to ground my feet and gently take my hips back towards my heels. As I'm doing that, my arms are lengthening and I haven't locked my elbows and finding space across my shoulders. And then from here, on an exhalation, I'm going to lift up to Downward Dog using my bigger muscles, my leg muscles in my body, by coming up and dropping my shoulders down. I might keep my knees bent a little bit so that my spine can lengthen. I could even walk my feet in place a little bit, bending one knee and taking the opposite heel towards the floor. What I'd like to avoid in dog pose is insisting that my heels go to the floor. For a lot of us with tighter hamstrings, we might round the spine and tighten the neck. So I'm keeping my knees bent so that my spine can remain in that neutral position, which allows me to breathe a little more easily. And as I'm pausing in dog pose, I'm watching my breathing, and as I exhale, my belly goes back a little bit, my tailbone lengthens away, and I'm resting down into my hands. I'm also mindful of how I come down from dog pose, so that I might bend my knees towards my shoulders and slowly bring my hips back down towards my heels. My knees landing, untucking my toes. You could always rest in child's pose, which might feel nice for your arms after working with dog pose. And when I come away from child's pose, I'd have my hands under my shoulders to lift me up, bringing my knees back together towards Thunderbolt pose. Again, Downward Dog is effective in strengthening the arms, building bone density, bringing stability and flexibility to your whole body. This is Andrea Seuss for Andrea Seuss Yoga Studio.